Here at US Broadcast, we do a lot of studio production, but out in the real world, sometimes at events, you're not able to run that 300-foot SDI cable or Ethernet around. You have to use wireless, and that's where Vaxis comes in. Vaxis has a wide range of wireless transmitters, and today we're going to talk about the ATOM 500, a 500-foot wireless transmitter, the Storm 1000, a 1,000-foot transmitter, and the Storm 3000, a 3,000-foot transmitter. Let's take a closer look at each of the models. So here we have the ATOM 500, 500-foot wireless transmitter. It's got SDI input, HDMI in, can be powered by a USB-C connection or NPF-style battery. It's got a quarter 20 and a power switch, and on the front it's got a nice display where you can adjust the channels of how the two units are communicating. The receiver looks very similar. You'll notice these units don't actually have antennas. They're internal. That makes it nice so that they don't get broken off. And believe it or not, these units actually work really well out to 500 feet without external antennas. Next, we have the Storm 1000. Very similarly, it has an SDI in and loop through, HDMI input, USB connectivity power switch, and it has a number of connectivity points, quarter 20, quarter 20, quarter 20, quarter 20, and then these are slots for what look like 3/8. Got a big old fan on the front to keep it cool in hot spaces. Again, nice LCD screen for adjusting the what channel you're using. And then last but not least, or actually certainly best, is the Storm 3000. It is obviously a really quality unit. Looks like it's built like a tank. And the neat thing about the Storm 3000 DV is that you can place a battery on it, an NPF battery, sorry, a V-mount battery, and then place that onto the camera. So this sits nicely between your battery and your camera, and it passes through power. And then well, let me turn it on so you can see the, it's got a display on the side, nice bright display, 20 channels of connectivity, gives you your battery indication, antenna indication, what kind of video is coming into it. There are 2 antennas included, and then there's status indicator for connectivity and battery, and that's power switch. And then this is a DC in, it's a 2-pin LEMO. It comes with a NPF to 2-pin LEMO adapter in case the battery is not being plugged into that. As I mentioned, we do a lot of indoor studio production. In order to actually show these wireless transmitters transmitting wirelessly, and I want to send them from one side of the room to another, so we're going to go outside the office. And one of the other problems that we ran into is, we saw a lot of PTZ cameras, fixed cameras, POV cameras, but really nothing with a battery and a recorder in it. So what better way to actually show these wireless transmitters by then sending the video from out in the field back in here to record it. So we're going to take our kit here, which we're going to use a ATOM 500 and a Storm 1000 on 2 tripods, and we're going to actually go out into the field and use one to send to the other and then back in here and record that. So we'll see how it goes. So what we have here is we've got the ATOM 500 connected back to the office down there about 500 feet away, and then we have the Storm 1000 connected to the ATOM 500. So the video that you're seeing now is actually coming from the camera that we're using to the Storm 1000 transmitter, Storm 1000 receiver, ATOM 500 transmitter, ATOM 500 receiver, and then that is going into our vMix system, recording it live. So let's see how far away we can get from the Storm 1000. Well, we really can't go any further without getting out of line of sight. There's a tree, unfortunately, in the way. And those numbers, 500 and 1,000 and 3,000, those are all line of eyesight. You need to be able to see the transmitter and the receiver at the same time. Can't be any trees, even people in the way. That's why it's good to get the transmitter and receiver up on a pole, 5, 6, 8 feet above the action is a good recommendation. And so right now we're wirelessly transmitting around a corner using 2 different units, one to go to here, the other 500 back to the studio. So that's how we're using these units together to kind of demonstrate their range and quality and efficiency. So as you can see, that worked out pretty well. The Vaxis wireless transmitters offer a really compelling option for people who want to roll up and do productions without having to roll out cables long distance and have a lot of freedom of movement so that a cameraman can rove over a crowd or move through an environment. As long as they've got that line of sight within the rated spec of the wireless transmitter, then the whole thing should work out really well. And with the SDI connectivity, it means that you can integrate high-end cameras. You can also output HDMI to your local monitor. So there's a lot of features here that are great to make your production easy. And if you have any further questions, feel free to reach out to us. Once again, I'm Eric Pratt from US Broadcast, and thanks for watching.